Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 10, the mid-season finale. So I think this is around episode 14. Am I correct? Whatever it is, it will have been correct on the screen, you guys. Anyway, let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, let's start with the least important to the more important, okay? Starting with Erica. I mean, not least important, but you know what I mean. Erica's back in Atlanta. She's nesting properly as she is waiting for little baby Safarika to make it on the scene. I don't even know. What did they name the baby? Did they ever say? I don't remember hearing it. Anyway, she's at home. She's folding clothes because that's what nesting moms do. And there's a doorbell ring. Okay, ding, ding, ding. Anybody who has the Ring camera knows. But anyway, she goes to the door, you guys, and we get the unfortunate view of her behind area. I was like, now I understand we pregnant, and you know, I don't like to talk about women, you know, these kind of things because everybody has their shit with them. But I was just like, what is going on with her butt? It's so lumpy. And I just feel like she had some work done. And now when you see, that's the thing, when you get the work done and then you get the weight on top of it, it don't settle right, you guys. I was looking at that. I said, oh, what is going on? Anyway, hopefully it go back down to regular after she, you know, has had this baby. Because that was one of the things I was so impressed. I was like, her body is so nice when I saw her at the reunion. Anyway, you guys, I'm getting off track. So she goes to the door and it's Auntie Remy. Okay, she's down visiting Atlanta, her and Pat, because I think she said her father lives out here. So she was, you know, just dropping by people's houses, you know, doing little pop-up visits. And so, girl, how you been? Well, she's good, you know, but she's here by herself and she's a little concerned because Safari is, you know, out there. And Remy was like, yeah, I know he's trying to get to this bag and whatnot, but this is his first child. You would think that he would want to be around for it. Well, that is the plan, okay? But Erica's still nervous because she doesn't want to have another baby by herself, you know, but she also doesn't want to be the nagging wife. I said, girl, since when you didn't want to do that? You've been nagging the nigga all season, okay? But she said she doesn't want to be the nagging wife. She wants him to be able to do his career and all of that. And Remy says, yeah, I mean, I understand how it can be, but still, okay? So anyway, how you feeling? Well, she said that she's 2 centimeters along, and Remy was like, damn, 2 centimeters. When I was 2 centimeters, I was already in the hospital, you know, about to have the baby. Remy says, yeah, he gonna have to get on down here because it really literally can be any day now. But hey, while I'm here, little one, if you want to come out, Auntie Remy is here to help you. Now we see Safari. And he is on tour. He says it's been great. You know, so far he's performed in Miami, he's performed in Boston, and now he's performing in New York, you know, and this is where he belongs, on the stage. You know, the people really love him. It's been great. Okay. But whenever the wife does text, you know what? He has to stop whatever he's doing so that he can get to her, you know, find out exactly what it is. So she said it was an emergency. So he was on the stage, but he walks off the stage and he was like, baby, what's up? And she says, you know what, her water just broke, literally, and she just, you know, she's about to go to the hospital, and, you know, you need to hurry up and come home because I do not want to have this baby by myself. This is what I was trying to tell you. Like, I was just like, yeah, I mean, did you not know that babies come in 9 months? They don't come on your fucking time, okay? It wasn't like she was 30 weeks. I mean, she was 36 weeks, wasn't she, when he was talking about? So it's just like, what did you think? All right. Oh, all of a sudden he all panicked, like, oh, I'm on my way. You know, she's like, get to the airport and jump on the first thing, you know, smoking back to Atlanta. Please make sure that you get here. And he's like, I'm going, you know, and he's in the car and he yelling at the driver. Nigga, don't listen. You failing to prepare on your end does not mean that I got to be rushed and stressed out on my end. So you gonna get there when the fuck we get there. Like, you should have known that the baby was coming. You ain't finna stress me, Safari. You was not fixing to stress this driver. But you guys, he does make it in time. Surprise, surprise. Okay. And he's there with the baby, and, you know, he looks happy, and, you know, she looks happy, and they look like they in love. And, you know, even though they can both be annoying to me, I think that they both love each other, and it just seems to work out for them. So, I mean, you know what? If they like it, I love it. Happy, happy baby. happy new baby to Safari, Erica, and Safarica. And then jumping over to Fresher with a PH and Jen the Groupie Slayer. So you guys know they're in New Jersey. They're in their new home. And as far as Fresher is concerned, he seems to be happy. He's in there brushing his teeth happily. And we see Jen the Groupie Slayer. You know, she's in her room. She's got a little vanity set up. You know, she's putting her makeup on. But something is wrong with Jen the Groupie Slayer. I can see it all over her eyes. She's not happy. So when Fresher with a PH comes out the bathroom, he's like, hey, baby, you know, what's going on? And she was just like, you know, she wants to talk to him. He like, oh, God, what now? So she tells him, listen, I love the ring. You did a really good job. Okay. They get a nice view of it. I was like, that is a nice looking ring. Okay. Them real diamonds. Listen, I shouldn't be saying shit like that. I mean, seeing as he can't give old girl her money back, that ring looked like it was a good $20,000-$30,000 ring. You know, understand what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. She says you did a great job with the ring, and you know, thankful for the family being there. You know, you had it all worked out, and she did really enjoy it. However, you know, she just kind of said yes because she didn't want to embarrass him. You know, unlike him, you know, she's been the brunt of the embarrassment coming from him, you know, so she knows how it feels to be embarrassed in public. She couldn't bring herself to do that to him. So she just said yes because she didn't want to say no in front of all those people, you know, but she's saying no now. So she's going to give him his ring back. And he was just like, wait, what? Like, what, you giving me my ring back? Like, what, are we supposed to be just living in this house? And she was just like, yeah, we're living in this house because we need to work on us. Okay. Jen the Groupie Slayer said, you got me out the ghetto and thank you for that. However, shit still ain't right. You haven't done what you needed to do on your end for us to be saying that we gonna get married. Damn it. No future husband of mine would have met with Jada without me. I said, oh, here we go with damn Jada again. Okay. He wasn't your future husband when he did that. Jen the Groupie Slayer said, nope, nothing doing. We need to work on this. You know, you going to take this ring. He was just like, you know, you keep that damn ring. Okay. Shit wasn't real anyway. He was just walks off and she was just like, you know, feeling bad, but she's going to stick to her guns on this one. She knows what's right and what's wrong, and this relationship is not right. As far as Fresher with a PH is concerned, he said he don't know what to do to make this child happy. I mean, I understand what you're trying to do and whatnots, but you know, everything has to be right before you decide to try to, I mean, you just lumping another problem on top of your relationship. Marriage does not fix everything. So, you know, it was real sad for both Fresh and the PH and Jen the Groupies. Yeah. But maybe after they come back from this mid-season break, you know, they will have gotten it together. Now we see Yandy, okay, and her foster daughter, Infinity. She said for all intents and purposes, this is her daughter, okay? She's had her for a couple of years now, and even though it hasn't been easy, it's definitely been rewarding. So she's got Infinity with her. They are at the jewelry store because evidently she's lost the ring that Mendeecees made a big, you know, he made a big show of making sure that he gave her his wedding ring right before he walked into the jailhouse. Yandy can't find that ring. So now she's decided maybe she will just not say anything and get him a new one. We'll upgrade this one, you know, the other one. And he'll be so overwhelmed with happiness that, you know, he won't even think about the other one. So they're at the jewelry store. She tells the jewelry people that, you know, her man's been away for 4 years. He's coming home, you know, and they looking for something. So, you know, they give her this big flashy band. And Infinity says, yeah, that looks like that's the one right there. Hopefully you won't lose it. Okay. She didn't lose it. She just misplaced it. But anyway, you know, Infinity, while we're here, what do you think about Mendeecees coming home? And, you know, she was just like, well, I mean, it should be fine. Like, you know, I guess Yandy has been making it a point to bring the little girl around Mendeecees when they go visit him in jail. And, you know, they've cultivated a relationship, and she says she talks to him and, you know, they have things in common and all of this. And she's fine. You know, people are asking her if she's going to call him dad or daddy. And she was just like, I mean, I have my own father. And Yandy was like, no, you can call him whatever you want. How about we just stick to Mendeecees? Okay, let's just stick to that. Yandy says, even though him coming home is going to be, a bit of an adjustment, they've been trying to make sure they keep his spirit alive in the home, even though it's been 5 years. She's made sure that she doesn't sleep on his side of the bed. That's like the sacred area. She keep his toothbrush in the toothbrush holder. They cook his favorite meals. So they've tried to make sure that he's included, but still nothing like having the physical person in there. I mean, the idea and the spirit of somebody is totally different when niggas up in your damn house, all the time. So she's a little concerned how all this is going to work together, but this is her husband. She really wants it to work. And so far as Infinity is concerned right now, doesn't look like she's going to have a problem from that end. So she said, y'all can get the fuck out of her business on that one. Later on, we see her in the car with Mama Judy. Okay, she said it's been 5 years. She can't even remember the last time that she's ever touched, her husband, kissed him, hugged him, without the federal, the feds, the federal police or whatever they call them, looking in on them and making sure that they are watching over them. And I was like, well, girl, I can count the time. I mean, it's been about 5 years he's been in jail, right? Again, saying how difficult it's been. Just the idea of bringing him back into the family, the fold. As far as she's concerned, a lot has changed since he's gone away. And that's what happens when you have to try to re-put somebody, but you guys know what I'm talking about, when you have to put somebody back into the whole family structure, it can be a lot, and Yandy says a lot has changed for her since he's gone in. She's hoping that he can just kind of roll with the punches and be okay. He seemed to have been quite involved still in their lives and knowing what was going on. So maybe it won't be so hard. I mean, we'll see, but she's happy for today. She's nervous. She's excited. She's all of these things. But most importantly, she's glad that she's going to have her husband home. Their 5th year anniversary is right around the corner. Mama Judy, like I said, she's in the car, and thank goodness Mama Judy is not being her normal shady, erratic, self. She was just like, I know this is a big day for you, because Yandy starts crying like she's overwhelmed with emotions. And, we usually can expect Judy to say some slick shit, but she doesn't. She's there. She's excited for her son to be coming home as well. So, yes, we are off to get Mendeecees. All right, you guys. Now let's get back over to this argument that Olivia was having with a Creep Squad member. The AAW would be Cisco Rosado. Remember, she's very upset with him because he keeps on saying that he never told her that Rich was stealing from her. Okay, and she just is over it. Okay, Kim, where's the car? Where's the car? Okay, here we go with the other cast members, the producers. Okay, yeah, we gotta find her car because she doesn't want to talk to Cisco anymore. Cisco is still trying to talk to her. Wait a minute, why are you still worried about it? And she keeps on saying the same thing. Like, it's crazy that you are just trying to tell me that you did not say that. Okay, so she gets in the van, she tries to close the door, he opens the door up, so she was like, get in the car. All right, we making a scene out here in New York, somebody gonna call the po-pos. So he get in the car, and she was just like, I just don't understand why you are telling me that you did not say that. You're the reason why I looked into this whole thing in the first place. Okay, but she tells us, listen, it figures that Cisco would be exactly how Rich is and deny this whole thing. You know what? They deserve each other. She ain't got time for this no more. Yip, yap, yang. He says, listen, the nigga is here. I said, what nigga? Who? Old man Richie Day? Yes, he's here. And let's just all sit down and talk. Okay, she was like, I've already talked to him. I don't have nothing else to say to him. Well, I don't understand what is the whole reason that you doing all of this if you don't want to talk to the main source, the man himself that you say is stealing this money from you. You running all over New York and telling everybody who will listen how he stole your money, but you don't want to sit down and talk to him? It seems I would be up in his face every damn time I saw him. So, yes, Olivia, just that I had to give her the side eye on that one, like, girl, you tripping. But Cisco was like, no, you talked to him before, but the difference was I wasn't here. So, let me be here so all three of us face to face. The fact that he was saying that, I was like, okay, that gives him a little bit of, believability. So she was like, fine, it ain't gonna work, but fine. So she goes back in there just to pouting and, whatever. She just sitting there like this. Here come old man Richie D. Okay, the music get real tense. You know, he got this old wild look in his face like he ready for whatever, okay? I said, ho, just sit your ass down there, and we ain't got to have all these dramatics. But you know how it is when old man Richie D get around Olivia. He can't contain the emotions. So he sit down, he said, well, what's going on? What we talking about? The last time I remember, you know, you was accusing me of stealing some money from you. And she was like, yep, I sure was. And he was just like, wait a minute now, I didn't steal no money from you, you know. And she was just like, oh, here we go. So, you know, Rich starts yelling and screaming at her. Cisco is trying to calm the ho down, like, listen, old man Richie D, you know. And she was just like, see, this is the whole thing, you know, you going on and on about publishing, and we already talked about publishing. We already talked about that. So again, Olivia, she gets up and she leaves. Girl, you must not want this money, because we gonna argue to the death like some strippers around here. What you getting up and leaving for? You know, she said she got to come up with a different way to approach old man Richie D. Well, then quit taking us through these fucking changes. Quit doing that, please. Back inside, when she walked off, you know, Cisco was like, if you would just shut the fuck up sometimes, you know, the old man Richie D. And he was like, listen, we not doing this, okay? Because, you know, we already talked about the publishing. She didn't have none of that. And, Cisco was like, yeah, but you don't even give her a chance to talk. Like, you know, if you want to catch a bear, you got to set a trap. You know, if she can't even say anything, you know, why you? So then old man Richie D was like, all right, you right. Okay. But old man Richie D got something for him, you know. It seems that his mama then pulled out the split sheets that they was talking about. And he was like, see, right here, and right here. It say she has 1,600 spins, you know, 700 spins. You know, I didn't get nothing for that. You know, and I don't want nothing for that, because I did that because I cared about her. You know, now she going around here spreading rumors, you know, and that shit is lethal. That's deadly in this industry that we work in. You know, he said that this is what he do for a living. No, nigga, this is what you used to do for a living. We don't know what you do for a living now other than be on Love and Hip Hop New York. But we see what you saying. So he's all mad, you know, nose flared up and all this. I said, calm down, old man Richie D. Now, later on, we see Cisco, the AAW, that's the administrative ass whoopings from the Creep Squad. He's called an impromptu meeting. We call those imprompts. Okay, that's in the handbook, y'all. Article 18-9, Section 4, subsection 19. It says there clearly that you can call an impromptu if you want to, and you ain't got to have all the members of the Creep Squad there, because this is not a formalized meeting. However, we still like to get it on the books. So that's what we have going on right here. He has called the DBD, that's the director of Baby Daddies, that would be Peter Guns. He's called him out because, he want to do this impromptu real fast and just kind of run some things by him. So here come, Peter Guns just looking just a little down on his luck. I was like, boy, you done seen better times, even though he seems to be doing well for himself. He's going to be the new host of Cheaters, but okay, maybe he just dressed down for the day. So they get out there, it's cold in New York, you know, and, they're going to have just a real quick pick-me-up game of basketball. And so, the AAW and the DBD, they're together, throwing the ball around. Just small talk. How's the kids, getting big, wanting everything expensive, that kind of parent talk that we do. And then we get down to business. The AAW tells the DBD that, he met with the Ho-Ho and Olivia the other day, and, it was just World War III. Okay? And the DBD was like, it was that bad. It was that bad. The Ho-Ho was just like how he always is, screaming. Okay? Olivia's screaming. Okay? Still trying to go on and on about that money that old man Richie D owes him. And, she's still trying to say that I was the one that told her about this money. And, the DBD was like, but you did stick to your grounds, right? Because you already saying that she never told you that. And he said, yeah, I did stick to my guns. However, I said, oh, not the however. I was thinking about, a conversation that we might have had. And I was like, okay, one time we was in her kitchen and she was just saying, that she wasn't sure where her money was coming in and, how to clock it or read it. And so I just told her, you just log on to this website and, it was able to show you what's this, what's that. And he's like, so that might be what she's thinking, that I just literally told her that Rich was stealing from her. He said, but I didn't. And she didn't even never mention any names. So I didn't think nothing about it. Okay. So then Peter Guns was like, oh, the AAW. So you mean to tell me that you told her that how she could see if somebody was stealing money from her, but you didn't say that it was old man? You didn't realize it was old man Richie D that she was talking about? He was like, I'm just trying to tell you. And Peter was like, I'm just trying to be clear on what it is, because you realize that because of this, we're going to have to pull out a formal meeting coming up real soon. I'm just saying that, you calling somebody a thief or making somebody, insinuating that somebody's a thief in this industry, and then just in this, in our world, that shit, you looking for trouble there. So then that's when Cisco, as the AAW says, well, we gonna call a formal meeting. I need you to be there as the DBD though, just to make sure that you can mediate this whole thing, we can get it down for real on the books. And DBD was like, absolutely, I will definitely be there, but I'm gonna let you do all the talking. It's gonna be best that it comes from you. Now let's jump back over to Olivia. Olivia meets Yandy out at the gym, and Yandy's there first. She's doing her little workouts, and Olivia comes in. She's laughing because she just is like, girl, what kind of working out you do? They start talking about first she mentions to her about the ring. I already told you guys about the ring, but she couldn't find the ring, and that's when Olivia was like, girl, you just tell him, Poppy, I'm going to upgrade you. And she's like, yes, girl, upgrade you. Yes, he should like that. Anyway, what's going on with you? So that's when Olivia, here she go again, talking about this meeting that she had with, 2/3 of the creep squad. It just turned out to be a mess because old man Richie D is still saying that he didn't steal this money. Okay, of course, Cisco is now saying that he didn't remember saying that, and Yandy was just like, well, how does he forget? How does one forget saying something like that? Yandy doesn't believe any of this, okay? So she was just like, you sure about this, Olivia? Olivia's like, well, you know what? You don't believe me, huh? Because you always taking up for old man Richie D, and every time I tell you something, it's always like he wouldn't do this and all that. And she was like, no. I haven't chosen any sides. All I'm saying is, you guys need to talk. Sit down and talk, because I actually told him she believes that you stole this money. Okay, it ain't about what really happened. It's about what you feel, what you really think. So you guys really just need to sit down and, toss this around. And after Olivia get out of her feelings, she was like, you know what, you're right. Okay, yeah, I guess maybe we can do a do-over. Let's get back to this formalized meeting that the creep squad that they gonna have. So, it's a cold New York night. Old man Richie D is pulled up in his Jeep Wrangler. And we are gonna call this meeting to order right now. Hear ye. We got the AAW, we've got the ho-ho, we've got the DBD. We are here for this formalized meeting, okay? Let's put it all out on the table. The ho-ho ain't feeling it. Why y'all got me out here in this cold weather? And the DBD was like, well, we had an impromptu just the other day. He had me out in the cold weather then because he had some things that he wanted to discuss. So we will clock this down in the notes. We'll do it mentally. I'll make sure that I add it to the to the notes when I get home. AAW, you have the floor. So then the AAW says, well, let it be known that I did go and after I was talking to Olivia the other day, and she was mentioning how I told her that, you stole this money. I was reminded of a conversation that we had way back in the day, when she was just saying that she wanted to make sure she knew how she was getting her money. And I just told her, this is where you can count your downloads and, this website, and this is what you do. But she never said that she felt like the ho-ho was stealing money. And, so I just didn't even think nothing about it. And you know what? The ho-ho was like, see, I knew it. I knew this nigga was in her ear. Okay. Why is it that you're going to go and do all of this and point out the ways to get, to read what your money is, but don't mention it to me? So then old man Richie D said that to him, as the ho-ho, and you as the AAW, seems that you would make sure that you let me know that my artist is talking about not knowing what she's making. Anytime money is being discussed, you could have gave me that courtesy. And the DBD says, and I second that emotion. Not emotion. The AAW is in a spot right now. He's in a pickle a little bit. And that DBD, he says, listen, as a mediator, I just want to say that, we just got to, as the creep squad, we got to make sure that we are transparent. Transparency is the word today, okay? Make sure that everybody knows what the other person is doing. Common courtesy. Okay, the ho-ho agrees on that. I guess the AAW reluctantly agrees on that, okay? And then the ho-ho says, well, you know what? We talking about all this transparency, and I don't even feel like talking about Olivia no more. I'm done with that. But since we talking about all this transparency, AAW, when is you gonna tell the DBD that Amina spent the night at your house during Super Bowl weekend? I said, oh. Now, considering the fact that the AAW is the AAW, that's the administrative ass whoopings, he didn't get that name for no reason. All right. So I was just like, the DBD who look a little sallow, you might want to be treading lightly, even though I have to admit that when somebody is mad about their woman, even if they not together, you know, all of Peter's women is still his women, even if he ain't with them. You know, that also adds a little to the mix and changes up the fight a little bit. The DBD was like, now, is this true? And Cisco was just like, oh. First of all, she was in town for Super Bowl weekend. We were at a party together. You know, that wasn't planned or anything, but she was there. She was with a friend, you know, and she got separated from her friend. I don't know what happened to the friend. Like, the friend just disappeared for the whole rest of the night. But whatever. She got separated from the friend. She couldn't get in touch with her. Her phone died. It was just a series of a whole bunch of unfortunate circumstances. And Cisco said, listen, you can stay at my house. I have a big house. You know, you should be fine. Okay. And he said, nothing happened. All right, then, well, that story would be fine. You know, had you, as the AAW, given the DBD the respect and called him just to let him know, listen, I just need you to know, because, you know, it might be some paparazzi out there or something. You know, I saw Amina. She was in dire straits. I told her she can come stay at my house. It ain't going to be no drama. Like, you know, it ain't nothing, but I need you to know what it is. Just put a nigga up on game. Just give them a heads up so they know where they puss at, right? Cisco didn't do that. So Peter Guns was just like, so what you saying is it's okay for you to do things like this. That damn AAW is looking over at old man Richie D like he want to beat his ass. Okay. He says, so I could just call your, no, this is the DBD. He says, I could just call your baby mama and tell her to come over for the weekend. Okay, not quite the same. Not quite the same, Peter Guns, but we see what you mean. And the AAW was just like, hey, don't even go there. You know, I don't play with my baby moms and everything. And he says, no, I'm just saying it's okay for me. He couldn't even finish that sentence. I say, oh, you done brought out the AAW. You didn't come to Crazy 88s. They was like, oh, we did, you know, the big Crazy 88s had to come out for these big niggas here. Well, actually, Cisco looked like he lost some weight. You know, he looked good. But they was all tussling and rustling around, you know, and old man Richie D seems to be quite pleased with himself. I said, what a bitch. What a bitch. But he says, well, fuck it. We was just going around sharing stories, then why not? Okay, all this damn talk about transparency. So after the AAW and the DBD over there tussling and fussling, they finally take the DBD away. So the AAW come back over there, and I said, now remember, he's sickly. Okay, AAW, please don't get to swinging this poor man around, you know. So he comes up to him and he says, for real, ho-ho, this is really what you doing? Like, why would you even say that? Oh, now the ho-ho is concerned. Okay, it's all out war with the creep squad. He's just concerned for everybody that's involved. Why are you concerned? You the reason why we beefing in the first place. You know that damn Amina ain't did shit with Cisco. I was like, well, how do we close out this meeting? You know, if the DBD, who was the mediator, ain't there, you know, when I look on the paperwork, actually it says in Article 18/9 subsection C, it says that the ho-ho can close out the meeting, you know, when the DBD is not there or any said mediator. When they not there, you go on and close it out and make sure that the mediator gets it to the notes one way or the other. And that, you guys, is the closing of mid-season, season 10 of Love and Hip Hop New York. All right, you guys, let me get off of here. Got to do Miami. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.